It's been pretty good so far. I've been here for about 10 or 11 days or so, trying to get used to all the players and all that fun stuff. So it's been really good so far.
You've been hanging out in the city. You getting the chance to see New York a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit. I went down to the city twice. Went to the Yankees game against the Jays, so I was happy the Jays kind of pulled that one out that one day. So
Easy now.
it was good. And I went to go see Times Square and all the famous tourist spots. So it was great.
Does this make the whole thing feel more real, being drafted, being able to come down here and get on the ice here, see the city, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, obviously, it's really surreal that we got drafted back in July there, but being to come down here and then really finally started kicking skating with the pro guys and them kind of talking to you about stuff and you learning a little bit and seeing Yankee Stadium, Times Square. It's an unbelievable moment, obviously, and it's a great city to be in. So I'm really excited to be here, obviously.
What you mentioned skating with the pro guys, what was that like? Did anyone leave any particular impressions? I mean, what are guys telling you? What are you finding out from that experience?
That everyone's really good. There's no bad players out on the ice, right? There's some really good players out there. Everyone works extremely hard and everyone's competitive. And learned a lot of cool tips. Reid's taught me a few things that are new, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
And, which is, for me, it's pretty cool seeing him play and learning a little bit from him. But I mean, never know if I'm ever going to use the tips he gave me. But there was pretty cool. Some guys.
What's your game plan as far as your approach to camp?
Just give it my all. I think I have some expectations. I don't. There's some really good hockey players here, from 2003s to 98s. I think at development camp and rookie camp. So, I want to give it my all. I want to have a good chance of trying to make the team this year. I want to go to main camp and give it my all and try to be that one young stud that get recognized at camp, and you never know what can turn out of it.
I assume you can't share those tips that Reid gave you?
I don't know. It's just some hockey tips, some tips that he's good at. I'm sure everyone's aware of what his thing is, and I asked him what's it like being here, and if he's excited, trying to get the conversations, a little small talk, and then we kind of just said, you want to learn a little bit. And I said, yeah, sure, it's great, and he taught me, and I asked, so it was great.
I assume that you're talking about tips about dropping the gloves and things like that. I mean, that's part of your game, I take it?
I don't know if it's part of my game. I'm an agitator. I like to hit guys a lot. I mean, I'm 175 pounds, but I play like I'm a little bit heavier, and I like to hit guys, but also like to score at the same time. So you never know if you hit a guy in the OHL next year, if I go back, or in the NHL or the AHL, you're just going to guy that's going to come after you, or you have to learn how to protect yourself or protect your teammates, right? So just some tips of holding a guy, protecting yourself, all the little stuff.
So you're in the OHL, right? And which did not play last year. Can you just briefly tell us what that whole last year was like for you? This is your draft year, and what was that? What was the anxiety? What was that all like for you?
A little bit crazy, honestly. Some positives, some negatives. I think the positives were I was able to spend a lot of time with my family than I wouldn't have. I got to work out more, gain a little bit of weight, put some muscle on, which was great. But the negative was obviously not playing in the OHL and not playing your draft year. I was very fortunate to go overseas to play in Switzerland. It's my background, and I was able to play about 30 games over there, and it was a great experience. Another positive side to things, but it was a great experience over there, and learned a lot from those pro guys to take to this camp.
If you do end up back in the OHL, do you feel like this is an important year for you to sort of plant your flag as one of the best players in that league?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a young league coming up due to not missing the year, so it's a lot of 04s and 05s coming into the league. So I think I want to be one of the top players in the league. I want to produce a lot, and I want to help my team win. And I think that's what I'm capable of doing. So I'm looking forward to going back if I go back, and I'm not too sure when that will be, but I'm looking forward to it.
But the focus is on the here and now. You want to make a good impression while you're here.
Yeah, I think right now I'm not too worried about my OHL team. They're doing a good job back there, and I have trust in all the players there and the staff and what they're doing, and they're going to show the players great things there. So I think I'm more worried about how well I'm going to do here and how far I'm going to go along in this camp, and hopefully I stay. But if I don't, then it's always next year to make the team, and I'm confident in myself, and I think leave it at that.
What about your emotions today? Today is the first official day that you were here and on ice, and then wearing the official team colors and all that kind of stuff. What was that like? This morning when you were coming to the rink and all that.
It was great. Well, I'm gassed right now after all that testing, but it's what they have to do, right? It was fun. All the testing, the off-ice testing went well. I moved into the hotel last night, which was great, and went out for dinner with some of the guys, and And then the on ice was obviously cool seeing other prospects with their jersey on, and I skated with a couple other guys on the ice beforehand, so I kind of knew who they were and what they were about. So it was lots of fun seeing the other prospects drafted this year and in the previous years.
You say you moved into the hotel. Where were you before?
I was at a billets house for about 10 or 11 days. They did a phenomenal job keeping me there, and I can't complain. They fed me well, and I had a driver bring me to the rink every day, so to work out and skate. So it was a great time, great 10 days with those guys, and I can't thank them enough.